We're rolling. Yeah. Due to the social pressures of social media and trying to really make a lot of money, I haven't been honest with you guys. And it absolutely breaks my heart to inform you guys that I've been taking creatine. All jokes aside, it's creatine. Not creatine by Huge Supplements, code JUSTLEE if you want support. But today we're talking about Dylan McKnight, probably the last and the only one to be exposed in 2023 for being a fake natty, self-admitted fake natty. Now I get it. People want to be transparent these days about their PED use. Some people are actually taking stuff. Some people aren't taking stuff. It's important to be transparent about whether you are or not using PEDs because there's some very young people who are starting the fitness journey trying to find inspiration on what's achievable naturally. So they look up to this person who has reached a stage in their lifting career naturally that they want to attain their progress towards. Maybe not the same physique, maybe not the same strength, but they want to follow this train of thought because they trust this person. And when you lie to your audience about being natural and make countless YouTube videos, short form videos to entice the audience that, hey, look at me, I look amazing. I've done this all naturally and this is what I've learned. It really breaks the trust between you and your audience. It's obvious that you're trying to use it to get more views, get more clicks, get the algorithm going, which, hey, I'm doing the same to an extent, but I'm not really a fake natty like yourself. And so it does suck. Personally, I only know what the best scenario would be. Would it be better to just come out clean? Or would it be better to just stay quiet about it and get exposed like the Liver King? Now, maybe we should give Dylan McKnight some credit because he could have stayed quiet and really wait for someone to expose him. And I guess there's no better time when to release this type of information. Some people stay natty forever when they're clearly on the sauce, like Mike O'Hearn, in which it's blatantly obvious. Now I'll address the second half of this video because we should just stop caring whether or not someone is natural or not. And if you ask why, well, it's either blatantly obvious that someone is enhanced or it's blatantly not obvious that someone's enhanced. It's almost like there's a gray zone where you're like, Jesus Christ, this person looks like they're full-thrown, blown out fake natty, or you're below a certain spectrum where, yeah, their physique's impressive, they've worked hard to achieve what they have, and it's questionable whether they're on something. And then it triples down to this guy's totally natural. But that gray zone I just mentioned with he's totally natural and he has an impressive physique, but I could also imagine that this guy had all his variables dialed in, is kind of where most influencers are at in their fitness career that are fake naturals, as they could be natural or they could be completely enhanced, but you wouldn't know because what? They may have just started cycling their steroids, and when you start taking something like PEDs, I would presume that after one cycle of testosterone or PEDs that you're not going to look like some freak. Now don't get me wrong, you're still going to have a crazy physique that's way better than what you started off with as a base, but you're really still in that gray zone. Dylan McKnight is in that gray zone. David Lade at peak strength was in that gray zone. They're all in the gray zone. A lot of these influencers that take PEDs and aren't transparent, they could be natural, and they also could not be natural, which is the whole point of not caring too much because at the end of the day, even these individuals that jumped on PEDs to get to the next level, a lot of them are pretty young. A lot of them could have got there without the drugs, and a lot of them could have had crazy physiques. This is coming from someone that has walked the talk essentially. I've stayed natural with the interest of getting as jacked and strong as possible and trying to do everything right to my utmost ability with my training. If I were to jump on PEDs at 21 years of age, I would probably reach my physique at like 23 to 24 at my peak aesthetic after a beginner cycle of whatever. And my point with this is that regardless of the genetics you have, you're going to make progress if you commit to this lifestyle of training, eating great, hitting all the variables outside of taking PEDs. They're going to enhance your training naturally. And on the opposite token, if you have terrible genetics, you can still make progress. But say you want to jump on the sauce, you're not going to have a crazy physique that will absolutely dwarf someone that has amazing genetics. That's natural. This goes for aesthetics and this goes for strength. And to end off this video, personally, I hate drama. I don't dislike this person, Dylan McKnight, for admitting he was on PEDs or even being a fake natty. I do think it sucks that he lied to his audience. But at the end of the day, if you don't really care too much about this whole natty or not concept, and you realize that at the end of the day, that has no impact on your life unless you let it have impact, you're no longer going to look up to individuals as the say all be all, which I don't think you should. I don't think it's healthy for your mindset. As an individual that consumes fitness content, I think a lot of stuff on YouTube should be taken as entertainment and pieces of advice that you could try out, because even me speaking to you, you can't trust the influencer. You don't know what's really going on in the influencer's life. You don't know what the influencer is actually like without the cameras. That being said, let's end off with a coaching plugin. I'm actually taking 5 more clients for January, new year, new me. Link will be in the bio of me. I hope you enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, comment below. Peace.